when you first get to mount, it's important that you lock this position down. The best way to do that is to get your grapevines with your legs and your skydiving with your hands, so that if he goes to bump me this way, I'm good. This way, I'm good. We're gonna start off with the Americana. If you want to keep your grapevines to do this, you can. Or if you'd rather be here, a little bit higher in mount, that's totally cool too. There's nothing wrong with using both hands and grabbing like this and driving his arm down. The problem with that is, if my top hand is in the same direction as my other hand, it's kind of easy to slip. So rather than doing that, we're gonna flip this hand upside down and get this cross grip with this hand upside down. This is what I want. Another thing, it's probably not gonna happen if I'm up here like this and just pushing Craig's arm down. Probably not gonna be that easy, especially if he's bigger and stronger than I am. So instead, I'm gonna drop my weight and use my whole upper body to drive his arm down to the mat. Not to say, like, if you are substantially bigger and stronger than the guy on the bottom, you'll probably be able to just push his arm down. But if not, it's a lot better to use your whole upper body, drive his arm down to the mat. As soon as I get here, my cross grip, I gotta flip that in the same direction, and now my forehead is going down to the top of his hand. The reason I do that is it's gonna be a very common defense for him. It's gonna be to straighten his arm from here. Yeah, exactly. If I don't have my forehead down there, it's gonna be a lot easier for him to do that. But if I put my forehead down now, straighten it, Craig? Really tough. So that's important. Anytime that I'm looking up is just to talk to you guys. Once we get to this point, you would keep your head down the whole time. Now, I've got his arm pinned. My free hand that was grabbing onto his forearm is gonna swim underneath and grab onto my wrist. You might be able to finish it from here if we just pull up. But you see how long that took? And there's so much space. But what'll make this so much tighter is if I drag his arm down towards his ribs and he's already about to tap, and then we barely even have to lift up. And the reason for that, excuse me, the reason for that is the further you get his arm down by his ribs, the tighter it gets on his shoulder. And that's all the Americana is. It's just a shoulder lock. So to show you, like if Craig's arm is here and I pin the wrist and we lift, you see how much movement there is there? If I drag this all the way down, barely even have to lift up. So that's huge. I know, you want to finish it, you want to get your submission, you think you're just going to crank it from the top. You might even be able to just drag the arm down. So if we end up getting here, if I drag this down far enough, I get a tap. Don't even have to lift up. It really is that simple.